This is a presentation of Rameses Capital. It is not intended to request funding or an attempt to raise capital. Hi, it's Mark from Rameses Capital. I had some questions asked to me about how does Rameses determine where it will go to look for apartment complexes. To kind of summarize what we do when we look for a location and then get specific to particular apartment complexes, we look at demographics. Okay, we look at is the area growing? Are there more people coming into that area? In some places, there's more people leaving, and that's not where we're looking. We're looking at places that are growing. We're looking at places that have job growth, that have large and medium-sized employers. We look at the unemployment rates. We wouldn't go into a spot that, say, has probably 15 or 16% unemployment, businesses moving out. That's not a hot spot. That's not somewhere that we would be interested in particular. We look at what the rents are in any given area. That way we can look at the rents at a particular project or complex that we're looking at to see if the rents are market rate rents. And if not, that's what we call value add. We could do things to raise the rents to market level and improve the property by raising the rents, doing value add rehabs, and then looking at our expenses to see if there are efficiencies that can be gained by doing various things. All right, so job opportunities are big. Is the area landlord friendly? Because we are looking at this as a business. We are looking at this as something that will protect our investors as much as possible in that area. And part of that protection is to make sure that it is somewhat landlord friendly. A lot of this is built around what would an investor be interested in? What kind of a deal would an investor be interested in? And I am not now asking for investors, okay? There is no solicitation here. I'm explaining to you what Rameses Capital looks for in order to come up with the best deal possible. In addition, what we do is we use these massive spreadsheets to look at the rents, look at how much we could raise the rents, how long will it take to raise the rents. We look at the average vacancy rates in the area. Can we improve on the vacancy rate in a particular complex that we're looking at? If that's the case, we work on how can we improve that rate, how can we reduce the vacancy rate and improve the occupancy rate. And when we put all the numbers together, and these are massive spreadsheets, and we use more than one, we do a couple of models, try to compare them and see if there's a potential here for a good deal. We'll look at what kind of a cash-on-cash return we get. We look at is there a good opportunity for appreciation over a 5 to 10 year period, and just basically efficiencies in operation. If we see a good cash-on-cash flow where we can have returns to investor money, and also down the road, if we decide to sell the property or refinance the property, there will be a good return for anybody who invests in the property, then we make offers. And the offer isn't what the asking price is. The offer is what works for us, what works for the people that have trust in us, that have faith in us, and those are the offers we make. If we're close, if we get a counter offer, we try to negotiate something that works for us and obviously has to work for the seller or they're not going to sell. So that's what we do. We send a letter of intent The potential seller will agree or disagree with that letter of intent. They can mark it up. Once we agree on all the terms of a letter of intent, we'll then put it into a purchase and sale agreement and begin the process of closing, doing the due diligence where we go out, we look at the asset, we look at all the units, we look at what work needs to be done. We look at all the legal side of things. So we are very careful about what we do and how we put the deal together before we actually close. Okay. So anyway, that's basically how we decide where we're going, and when we do decide and find a property, what we do, how we go through the mechanics of the calculations, the letter of intent, and the purchase and sale agreement, and the due diligence process. Okay, so I hope this helps people in knowing what we are doing, what Rameses Capital does, and I'm looking forward to providing you all with more information. Thank you.